Hey guys, in celebration of the upcoming brand new CGI cartoon series of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I figured it's time to throw in some more toy reviews of epic proportions with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand on it. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and review one that I never had back then. I mean it, I never had this figure, never could actually find one. Let's do this with the Foot Soldier, why not? What, do you think I was going to review that thing? I'm saving that for later, but for now, let's take a look at the Foot Soldier for this review. So yeah, it is a Foot Soldier. Very, very movie-like. It really is. I mean, there's some things about it that's not accurate to the movie, like, for instance, where exactly is the emblem on top of the bandana? I mean, where is it? Where is it? So yeah. It's not there, it's not present, maybe it's a copyright thing, but as you can see on the package right here of the Foot Soldier, it is present. Just like in the first film, the second film, which these figures are based off of, and sadly that's it, because they weren't in the third one, which, you know, was an okay movie. In my sight, I liked it. I was a kid back then. I liked everything. Who am I kidding? And if I had these figures, I'd probably like them as well. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this review is going to be bad. I mean, the figure's great. Don't get me wrong. But it lacks on articulation, and that's the real thing that is the biggest bothering when it comes to reviewing toys like this. Because, you know, I like to review toys that have a lot of detail, a lot of articulation, a lot that I can go and talk about throughout a whole entire 10 to 20 minutes worth of a review. But sadly, that's not the case here. It is a nice figure overall, though. I am very, very impressed with the sculpting and the detail that went into it, especially since this came out in 1991. That's right, this is the first release of the movie line figures, like the original Ninja Turtle film figures based off of The Secret of the Ooze. They were actually rubber figures at first, you know, to give that reptilian feel to them, which was kind of cool, and I'll get to them later on. And then they were re-released in 1992 and later on in 1994 in Ninja Turtle cartoon packagings for the TV series, and they were made in plastic, not rubber. Maybe there was a quality issue with the rubber figures. Maybe they became brittle over the years, but so far, you know, that's a story for another day, but I can tell you right now I have those figures and I haven't run into any problems yet. So that's enough about that. Let's just take a look at the Foot Soldier. Here's his weapon, which is not a sword. It is not a sword. I forgot what the package actually said on the back, but I've got it right here. It says, Superstar Steel Pole. Where are you? There it is, right there. So yeah, it is not a sword. Even though it's painted to look like a sword, it's not a sword. He also has a Super Ninja Stars, 2 of them. Not the same style, as you can see, very different. He's got some nunchucks, which are not bent down, so they're not like Michelangelo's. I guess that's supposed to make them different. And then he's got an ooze container. So yeah. And that's really it for his accessories, and I'll go ahead and show them off. Like I said, this is that Superstar Steel Pole. Here's the nunchuck. Here's one of them. And the camera must focus. Focus. I think it's focusing. I can't really tell. But if not, here's the other one. Let's try this one. Not really much of a difference in the two. Then again, they are the very same thing, but one of them's sticky. Now, I'm not so sure if that's just because of age, but like I said, this figure was bought in his package, never opened until today, so I could review him. And yeah, most of the accessories are actually kind of sticky, except for this thing, which is not a sword, one more time. Here's the canister of ooze, which, you know, it's got some nice detail on it. Not really movie accurate, and I'm not really getting the feel of the sticker. I don't know about it. It just looks kind of gross. I mean, grosser than just a bunch of ooze on the inside. And then here's the Ninja Star. Here's the first one. And here's the second one. As you can see, they are very different. And here's one on him that just, you know, it's molded on there. You can't take it off. And here's a knife. Yes, they're just molded on bits that are just painted to make it look like they can be removed, but they are not. But at least they are painted, unlike some of Bandai of America's products. Playmates Toys know what they're doing, especially back then. They definitely knew where it was at. So yeah. For articulation on the foot soldier, he really doesn't have much. I mean, his head swivels and that's it. And if you try to make him look straight, he's tilting. His head is tilting, so he's like, huh? Say that again, I can't hear you. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. If you turn it this way though, he is looking straight, so I don't get it. I just don't get it. Shoulders, they're kind of on a ball joint, but I really wouldn't consider it a ball joint. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get him to lift his hands, or I mean his arms, because, you know, just the way that his shoulders are designed, they get hindered pretty badly. But if you work with it, you can actually get him to turn a 360. Sadly, though, I mean, his arms aren't going to go any closer to his chest. I mean, that's as far as they're going to go. But at least he's got a nice swivel joint to the elbows, and that really makes up for that problem. But that's really it. No wrist joint whatsoever. No waist joint. The legs are on a ball joint at the hips. And you can get them in some good positions, but you're not going to get them straight. And that's, you know, that's a little disappointing. But, you know, it's a 90s toy. Especially back in the early 90s, 1991 in fact. So I can understand when it comes to articulation. So yeah. Even though I really don't like to review toys that don't have much articulation, I just got to give credit where credit is due. I mean, this really was a very hard and sought after figure back in the early 90s. Whenever I went to toy stores, Walmart, Toys R Us, and all that kind of stuff back then, I could never find him. Never could. I couldn't find any of the movie star figures, in fact. They were hard to come by. Nowadays, they're everywhere on eBay. And they're actually going for some pretty decent prices, except for the Ninja Turtles, obviously, because they're the most sought after. But the Foot Soldier came close, really did. Sadly, though, he's really the only actual villain of the Secret of the Ooze that was actually made, unless you consider Super Shredder, which came out not with the Secret of the Ooze line. He actually came out in 1994 with the Ninja Turtles cartoon toy line, which I don't know why, but if that was the case, why didn't they just make Shredder? Why Super Shredder? Why not just make Shredder? But, you know, it's long overdue, and it is what it is. There's no going back now, unless there's some great customizers out there, which I'm pretty sure there is. But, you know, that's a story for another day. This is all about the Foot Soldier. Can I actually recommend this figure? You know what? For those who are the hardcore, the die-hard Ninja Turtle fans, especially when it comes to the films, yeah, I can actually recommend him. I mean, it's not much in articulation, but you can get him in some very nice poses if you work at it. And he can actually hold some of his weapons. Some of them, though, he just can't because of the way they're so fat. Because he's got skinny hands. So yeah, it doesn't really have that much of a class when it comes to holding other weapons, except for this non-sword and these nunchucks. I mean, I've tried the Ninja Stars, but they really don't want to stay in his hands for too long. You'll get them in there, and they'll stay in there for a little bit, but after a while, they'll just come out of his hands. And well, actually, it's not happening now. So yeah, you can actually get a couple of Ninja Stars in his hands. And I guess you can kind of toss them, but then again, it just fell out of his hands, so, you know, it is what it is. So for quick size comparisons before we end this review, let's bring in Next Mutation Michelangelo, since Venus is occupied at the moment. For those who are on Ranger Board and have checked out the custom threads, you know why. So if you didn't know, now you know. She's being worked on at the moment, okay? No, let's not get personal, people, okay? Let's not. So if that's not good enough, let's bring in Master Chief, because he's green, and this is an awesome green review, because the Foot Soldier actually does have some green on him if you look very carefully. And it is Ninja Turtles, right? This is Ninja Turtles, so let's just go ahead and throw it out there. So yeah, there's Master Chief from the Halo Legends line, which is part of the 10th anniversary. So as you can see, a 5-inch scale figure compared to a 6-inch scale figure, there's the difference there. And that's really it. I mean, overall, I really do like this figure, but since he really doesn't have much articulation, you know, I really can understand why. But it's just kind of a letdown. But like I said, it is an early release toy way back in the early 90s, and you know, you get what you pay for. And what do you expect back then when articulation really wasn't the biggest thing back then? Actually, when it came to toys, it came to vehicles, play sets, a shitload of villains and a shitload of heroes. When it comes to toys, that's all I can really remember. I really didn't complain about articulation, so I don't know why I'm doing it now. But I want to give credit where credit is due. Playmates Toys, they knew what they were doing back then, and let's hope to God that they continue to do what they do best when it comes to the Ninja Turtles line, unlike Star Trek. Let us hope that the new Ninja Turtle toys that are coming out soon, probably around July or August, let's hope there won't be a letdown, and let's hope that this series actually does well, because there could be a lot more planned in the future if all goes well, especially when it comes to stop motion. So yeah, that's it, guys. That is the end review of the movie star version of the Foot Soldier. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll answer them when I have time. And until the next toy review, guys, which hopefully might be another Ninja Turtles review, why not? This is Red is Power signing out. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.